Oh man, so Fantom tumbles 11%, near protocol down 8.5% in the start of what could just be the beginnings of a really horrible week here for the market. If you've not watched my video from earlier, guys, make sure you get yourself familiar with that. But in this video, we're going to break down the charts of Fantom and near protocol to see what are the key levels we need to be looking out for with such a crazy week with the FOMC meeting. We've got the Fed GDP figures, the GDP figures as well as a host of earnings, including the likes of Facebook, including the likes of Shopify, including the likes of Visa, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Apple. They're all producing earnings in just a space of a few days here this week. Huge week. And as we can see in the charts, Bitcoin is not having a great day, down 3% today. And again, this could just be a precursor of what could be coming up ahead. Fear and Greed Index sitting at 30. We can see the wider markets today. Dow Jones is flat. You've got the S&P wobbling down 0.2 and the Nasdaq down 0.7, just 0.7 down on the Nasdaq here. But that is sending Bitcoin down 3%. And as you can see on Bitcoin, we closed our weekly candle below that critical 200-week moving average. If I just show you that, guys, very quickly, we covered this off together. We got the rejection below this 200-week, this teal color blue line again. And the worrying thing now is if we start having a consecutive number of red weeks, this could start acting like resistance, sending us back down to 17,600 as a simple retest, right? That is what could be happening here, is we could just be seeing this before this and then retesting back down to lower lows. That is not what we want to see here. Now, if we flip across to the daily and turn off those Bollinger Bands, you'll see here, actually, we'll show you those Bollinger Bands as well. You'll see it here on the Bollinger Band on the daily. We ran to the top of the Bollinger Band, try to break out. Can you see that candle just there? This would have been the candle that would have enabled us between this and this candle here to break through 24,000. Remember, that was the key level. If I bring out the EMA ribbon, that would have also given you the close above your EMA ribbon. So we would have got a clean break for our Bollinger Band and a clean $24,000 close here. Would have been above our EMA ribbon here on Bitcoin, would have allowed us to really explode to the upside. But none of that came into fruition. We got sent back to the downside. And it's, again, no surprise, right? If we continue having a red day here today, look at that, just more strength pushing us down here as the bears start to slowly take back pressure. Now, what is this going to mean for our altcoins? Well, it makes sense, right? That our altcoins continue to get rejected from some of these key levels as well. And if I show you what that means here for Fantom on its EMA ribbon, let's get nice and zoomed in here on the daily chart. What it means is you can see here we had the daily close yesterday above. But remember, that was weekend volume, and you have to take that with a pinch of salt. And now as Monday has opened up, you're getting thrown back below now the EMA ribbon here on Fantom, okay? So we don't want this. This is not great here if we get rejected, because again, it can mean we can start getting sent back down towards 30 cents for support. And if we lose that even lower down, right, to 24 to test some of these lows down here, that is not what we want to see. Okay, now if I remove the EMA ribbon, you guys will see we're inside this rising broadening wedge, which is when you enter in a bearish stance, is a bearish pattern. So the longer we spend time around these areas, come back down to test 30 cents. My bias is that we're more likely to break to the downside to go test 24 cents, okay? That is what I'm seeing here, because this is not a bullish pattern. And in order to keep bullish, we really had to hold our daily EMA ribbon bullish, but we failed to do so here on Fantom. Zooming out a little bit more, let's take a look at the weekly chart here on Fantom. Let's get a slightly cleaner chart. Let's use this one. And let's bring our EMA ribbon, and you can see how crazy things are here on the Fantom chart, right? Crazy, just over a year here on Fantom. Big move. I mean, this time last year, you're sitting at low prices. You went on a crazy roller coaster up to $3.48, and you come send yourself all the way back down now. And now you can see you're very far from your EMA ribbon. I mean, just to even go touch your EMA ribbon, getting back to 68 cents, which is more than a double here on Fantom. Now, if you're interested in knowing, because I've modeled this all out for you guys, how many Fantom you need to own today to become a future cryptocurrency millionaire, make sure you click up the video here to check that out. Also, if you guys want to do recurring buys, OKX, and I'm not sponsored for this, guys. I do have an affiliate link, which does support the channel if you guys want to use it, but I'm not getting sponsored to make this mention to you guys, is OKX. And what I've noticed is a really clever feature, which is a recurring buy. And I really love this feature, guys, because basically I can set up almost like a pie chart and I can just let this keep buying. So I can say Bitcoin, keep buying $1,000 a day. I can then add Fantom, keep buying $100 a week. I can then say Near Protocol, keep adding this many a week, and you can just set it and it just does it. I wish I found something like this a lot sooner. I would definitely be using this to set up my regular dollar cost averages, and I will be doing some interesting pies with you guys, so stay tuned for this. I may even set up, like, for example, a gaming pie, a metaverse pie, and all these kind of things, so stay tuned for those, but you'll need to be signed up onto OKX. Links in the description. Now, important FOMC meeting coming up tomorrow. They start talking tomorrow, and the Wednesday we get the interest rate decision. Are we going to get that 75 basis points, which 80% of the market is priced in? Are we going to get the 100 basis points, which 20% of the market has priced in? Watch my Bitcoin video from earlier if you want to understand exactly what this means, as well as a detailed breakdown of what to expect on Thursday from the GDP figure. Now, the clues from the latest grapevine are that these figures don't look like they're going to come up very well, right? The GDP figure perhaps already has shown that it's going to be negative. And already we're seeing the White House and a few media outlets start to kind of debate the technical definition of a recession. Now, there's a difference, right? A technical definition of recession is 2 negative quarters of growth, and you and I will continue to use that as our definition. It's what everybody uses globally as their definition of a recession. Now, for America to define an economically declared recession, they have a committee of, I think, 8 or 9 people at the National Economic Bureau. I can't remember what it's called, to NABA or something like that, who sit down and determine it. And they look at labor, they look at a few other inputs as well, and then they define their recession. So we'll leave them to play games as they like to play games. But the reality is, if we get our second negative quarter, then we should see some reaction from the market. Say, okay, Jerome Powell's sending us in for a recession. Now, the question is, does Jerome Powell throw a Hail Mary? Does he do a full 100 basis point increase before the recession? Because it's the last increase he could potentially be doing before the US is officially in a recession. Okay, so lots to play for there. Let's also take a look at Near Protocol for you guys. You can see we're down 9% here on Near Protocol, coming across onto the daily chart. Similar story to Fantom, where it just could not break above its daily EMA, just could not catch a break. Fantom at least got the daily close just about yesterday, but Near Protocol is just getting rejected from its daily EMA ribbon, and this is just a symptom of the exact same thing we saw on Bitcoin. There's a few coins which have managed to avoid this, like Ethereum, like MATIC. If I show you MATIC has managed to get above its EMA ribbon, which is really bullish to do this in such a market, and it's got plenty of room to even come back down to kind of levels such as 74 cents, and even if it wanted to come down to 69 cents, it's got plenty of room here to call off and have a bit of a bull flag before its next move to the upside. But again, it's going to struggle if Bitcoin doesn't at some point move, right? I can't see an environment where MATIC or even Ethereum in this instance continue to run day after day after day without Bitcoin trying to set itself up for a bullish move to the upside. So again, Ethereum managing to hold above its EMA ribbon as well. Now, let's come back to Near Protocol. Let's take a quick look here at the hourly chart. And what you'll notice here on the hourly chart is you are starting to lose your trend, right? You are creating your lower highs and your lower lows, which is not good. And the question now is going to be, does it want to come back down to kind of these levels, test at around $3.84 in the short term here on the hourly chart? On the 4-hourly chart, if we come back in, you can see a little bit clearer here. That's your next level of support is coming back there. You've lost the top of the wedge, and now can we come back to this this pivot point at $3.84 range? If not, it's going to need to come down a little bit lower to $3.69. Let's also bring out the EMA ribbon to get an idea. You can see on the 4-hourly, you've lost your EMA ribbon here on the 4-hourly chart, and it's not even holding the 200 EMA either as support. Okay, so the market is softening, and this could just be symptomatic of a crazy week we have ahead, guys. If you guys are trading in this market, be very, very careful, particularly with altcoins. It's a crazy week. There is data coming left, right, and center. There's FOMC meeting, GDP, earnings from various different companies every day, starting from tomorrow. You've got earnings today as well, but none of the big hitters really today. So this is just a bit of a teaser of what's to come in this week. Make sure, guys, you've hit up the like button. Make sure you've subscribed. We will be live streaming all the key events here on this channel. Make sure you've got those notifications on, because YouTube like to be difficult with those notifications. If you want to make sure you don't miss anything, jump into either my free Discord or Telegram. Links are in the description, where I always post links to my live streams or my updates free of charge. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash up the like button and subscribe. Oh, we've got a free PDF guide for you. Links in description. We've worked hard to create that ebook for you guys with the key fundamental signs. When I'm analyzing a project to see fundamentally, because we always talk about the blend between technicals and fundamentals, whether fundamentally I want to invest in a project, I go ahead and work through those key steps. So download that guide. It's a cheat guide to save you loads of time. just tick off and say, yep, I've done the research, I'm confident with that, I've done the research, I'm confident with that. And you can just keep that on your desk whenever you're analyzing a project. Free PDF, links in description, and I'll see you in the next one.